Привет из Сингапура. С вами передача «ГолубьМира», где разбираем крутые навыки. Спрашиваем на английском, отвечаем на русском. Подтягивайте язык или смотрите перевод в тайм-кодах. Let's talk about Six Sigma and let's start with the definition.
Maxim, Six Sigma, this comes from mathematics and from company which called Motorola. It was time when Motorola was a producer of microchips, and even on the first course of my learning in Kyiv Polytechnic Institute, I was working for Motorola. We were developing microchip and microprocessor, and its name was DSP 0092, if I remember correctly. And Motorola suddenly found that all Japanese producer has no defects in their chips. All of them were working quite well. Yes, there is several reasons for it. Also control after before packing. But anyway, Motorola was thinking how to make this process smooth and has zero defects policy or zero tolerance policy. And they think that it would be great to have just one broken chip or defected chip for 1 mio, for 1 million. And they uses this Six Sigmas. Sigma, it's a standard deviation in mathematics, how many cases could be wrong from some amount of them. And Six Sigma, it's about one problem for 1 million results. And Motorola started this policy for two reasons. First reason was they want to compete with Japanese producers of microchips and microcomponents. And second, they were trying to invent something like Toyota, like Kaizen, like Kanban, like some other stuff, which was already announced by Japanese.
So it sounds like it's some sort of mindset and quality control framework that people may use. So in terms of the fundamentals or principles that you have within the Six Sigma, what are these?
First, you should control any production cycle. Do not transfer your resources on the next step until you check it. And it is very important. I have a partner, Daniel Schmidt, who was responsible for development of one St. Petersburg plant. And he, one time, he didn't control the small portion of equipment, and suddenly when it was finished and furbished, occurred that there are some small error. One small LED lamp didn't work in a big component, and it was no other chance but to reassemble it and to replace. And it was costing a lot. You know, one mistake of such size, and you will remember it on all your life. Second, you should have clear room, clear air, clear hands, and clear environment. So you should use special pressure чтобы выдувать пыль outside. Выдувать пыль to throw dust outside.
Blow the dust.
To blow a dust outside. And the last one, you should always make accident review and to find what is happened, why we produced a broken Thompson.
So, and in terms of the levels of mastery of how can people, use the Sigma in the manufacturer or maybe in other processes, what are they? And from so far as I know, it's somehow related to martial art. There are certain like belts or something. So, very keen to learn about this one as well.
Yes, when you're going to learn, for example, karate or some other kind of martial arts, you will get at once white belt. White belt, this means that you are trainee and your pupil and you know nothing. Then you will get, for example, yellow one, then maybe red one or green one, and the last one, or almost the last one, it would be belt. And there is a saying between belts in karate. Black belt is the white belt who never give up. When you start to use the instrument of Six Sigma, you will be working under the control of some person who has more colorful belt, and you will go by projects, by steps, by phases, and you will get more and more dark belt. And to get a black belt, you should provide one or two projects which is led by yourself. So all people would be under you.
And in terms of the application of this framework, whether it's only applicable for the manufacturer or there are different use cases where it's also could be applied efficiently.
To be honest, it was a time when I was working Six Sigma and I was totally очарован,
Obsessed.
magnified by it. And I was thinking, wow, what's a cool instrument, tables and all other. But after when I learned a lot of things which are similar, now I use very complex framework. And, I have a big arsenal of weapon, and if I, for example, go to hunt zombie or rabbit, or for example to lion, I will take a different kind of weapon. So Six Sigma is quite a good instrument, but is very applicable to big amount of occasions. For example, if we have a pizzeria and we are trying to make it and deliver it, for example, if we will try to make Six Sigma, it means that one meal pizza should be cooked and delivered in time. It is really hard to do. So maybe we'll change Six Sigma to Three Sigma or to Four Sigma. But anyway, these tools, these tables or instruments are quite applicable.
Given that the framework could be applied to something which is on a certain big scale, obviously there are a lot of things that could go wrong. So maybe we can cover at least like a top 3 mistakes that people should avoid when trying to apply such framework.
First error, this is called fabric of losses, фабрика потери, of losses. Yes. First, you should look for fabric of losses. Sometimes you will have something which are not required by the process, but it is appeared because of the history of your company, of department, or something other reason. Second, you should describe everything very detailed and measure everything you can. And third one, you should seek for stability of the process. Stability, it means that the process will be provided in almost the same time all the time. There is a word, I don't know exactly how to say it in English, but in Russian it was дребезжание. Дребезжание of the process is mean that the process could last, for example, several times, like 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. If it goes in the same border, like 1 minute plus or minus 2 seconds, it is not дребезжащий.
Meaning that you should decrease the rate of the hiccups that you have in the process in order to make them rock solid and smooth. And my last question will be how knowing about Six Sigmas could help to make this world a better place.
To be honest, Six Sigma is a very boring science or discipline, and not many people wants to learn it. But if you work, for example, in alcohol industry, in tobacco industry, and you produce a lot of bottles and a lot of cigarettes, or I don't know, maybe a lot of creams, then you should know it. And it is very funny. When you start to do it, everyone was thinking that you are some like crazy person. You are looking for some small details and you want to know everything. But suddenly, when you will found and you will show to any other people that you have eliminated a lot of smallest bugs, and suddenly, as you told, we will get a rock solid and smooth process, everyone will say, okay, come on, we don't know how you done it, but it's okay. Thank you.
Добивайтесь цветных поясов, а мы рассмотрели навык 6 сигм и чем он полезен именно вам. Всем мира!